Haystacks, Needles, and Discoveries. Finding your ideal client. Now, have you ever noticed how all the marketing advice starts by asking you to describe your ideal client? How do you find them? What can you do to learn more about them? Number one, think about where they congregate and if there's something that they all have in common. Number two, consider the problem they have and how they solve it now. Number three, look into a concern they have in their business or personal life. Let me give you some examples. Crop analysis. The client provided baskets of fresh farm produce weekly to people that enrolled in his farm to table service. He was searching for ways to meet more potential customers. I asked where his current customers congregated. He thought I meant where they went to church. He named some close by. I didn't correct him. Instead, I asked what kind of cars that they drove. He responded, more than half of them drive Subarus. I suggested that on Sunday he visit churches in the area and count the Subarus in the parking lots, and then contact the pastor to see if he could advertise in the church newsletter. 3 weeks later, his subscription service was sold out. The more you know about your current customers, the easier it is to find more just like them. Okay, but what about when you're just starting out and you don't have clients? Then let your imagination take flight. Jack was trying to figure out how to find clients for his staff scheduling software. He knew that people that had restaurant franchises could use it, but was frustrated as he kept hearing from store managers that he would have to talk to the boss. He told me, I just can't find a way to get in contact with the guys that own a bunch of stores. I said, think like one of those bosses. What is their biggest problem in managing all those stores? It took a while, but Jack came to a conclusion that I'd reached due to work I'd done with another client. People that own franchise operations have lots of stores that cluster around cities in the territories that they serve. They can't afford the time it takes to drive between the cities. They need fast transportation, so they wind up becoming pilots and owning airplanes. Jack visited each of the major flight schools in the area and got to know the folks that sold aircraft in his vicinity. The business Jack got from the three franchisees, with a total of 321 stores in 3 states, made his year. The referrals convinced him to take some flying lessons. Sometimes you got to get personal. Gary invented a product, going so far as to learn computer coding to turn it into software. He was focused on folks using their software to develop better business leadership and team skills. Then a client asked him if he would work in his personal relationships, mainly with his wife and kids. It changed their lives. Now Gary is telling all the coaches he works with to try this new use of the product. The takeaways. Number one, never stop learning about how your customers live their lives. The more you know, the easier it is to sell them. Number two, step into your clients' lives. Solve their problems as they would to track them down. Remember that clients have business and personal lives. Your product or service might work in both. Credibility to cash. Truly being interested in all the ways a client or a customer chooses to make their way in the world will tell you how to find them, connect with them, and serve them with integrity. That gives you credibility, and credibility leads to cash. Be heard, be seen, be chosen. I'm Jerry Fletcher, strategic marketing consultant and professional international keynote speaker. I find the words and the graphics that companies and people use become more memorable and more profitable, even when they're not sure they're unique. Together, we craft trust-based strategies that build businesses, brands, and lives of joy.